Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to, I think, the third of what is like 4 videos today. So we did a couple of videos kind of highlighting stuff that went down yesterday in the live stream for the birthday live stream. And we've got Relic stuff today. So I did say in the MCN yesterday, and my apologies, do bear in mind, literally as soon as I'm in the door, cover stuff. And yeah, just to let you know, the Relics situation is that Relics drop today. Okay, they drop in the next, what I assume to be a couple of hours, especially if it goes by this particular forum post by Kabam on the particular subject, and that is right here. Relics have arrived starting tomorrow, November 22nd, and at 10 AM PT, so PST like now. Not now, but they'll drop in the next couple of hours, because I think I'm going to get this out by about 4 PM UK time, which is 2 hours before this all goes down. You'll be able to open all of the relic shards that you've been earning all month long and use your embers and alloys in your collections to rank up and level them up. Cool. Crystals will start appearing in your crystal tab, and embers and alloys will be visible in your inventory menu. So that is going to be good. Also, it's good, it's good news because we're getting this into different areas. If you've gone into, is it in the Battlegrounds store yet? I think shards are in Battlegrounds at the moment, and also means I've got to, like, hard work's got to be done in order to kind of grab some of these. Oh right, okay. I was looking at it going like, oh, we got a large amount of shards you can get for relic shards and stuff in Battlegrounds. No, it's actually really expensive, and that's high volume, especially costing 1,755. It says I own 0. I'm pretty certain I own more than that. Maybe it's not all kind of like worked out correctly, and maybe later on today we'll see some stuff and this working correctly. I don't know, like it's honestly very strange with all this stuff. We've also got there's a high threshold in cost when it comes to things like tier 2 class alloy fragments. These must be with the premium stuff within the game now. Being the chase reward, obviously that is what it is. But anyway, back to the kind of announcement. And Kabam say at launch relics will be usable in Battlegrounds, which I don't know really how to kind of like feel about that one. Incursions, I mean, that makes more sense, and incursions would be cool. I don't think relics make a huge amount of difference to anything. So, but even saying that, we still need time to test them out. Realm of Legends, you better use them. Road to Labyrinth, Labyrinth of Legends, event quests, and side quests. Arenas, note relics will not be usable in arenas currently running when they launch, but will be available in the next series of arenas. I don't know if that's going to help out with the likes of death matches potentially. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to impact the points, because that's another thing as well. If they're allowed to be used in arenas, will they have an impact on the points situation with it? We don't know just yet. But I will probably look into that at a future video. I don't know how to really how to feel about that one, if they do make a difference, because it does mean that if potentially Wales again will be able to make more gains in certain areas. Don't know 100%, but it's like you've got to theorize these things, and also you've got to like test them out, and that's the thing. We like to theorize stuff, but also we like to know about the facts. So we'll wait until the next series of arenas for that particular test and find out that particular info. And there's also in this particular thread, which I'll put a link to in the description, you can like get a bit of boning up on the situation of relics. There's a lot of people that still don't really kind of understand relics, and I really do get that. Like it's an odd addition to Marvel Contest of Champions, and as well they're open to the same balancing situation of yeah, like the situation we have with the rebalance system as it is, and Kabam, always point to the terms of service. They have the right to change them as they see fit. So, hey, all that investment to get something similar to a champion rarity that's a subsequent part of that, or a runs hand in hand, can be changed within Marvel Contest of Champions. And they say all relics are subject to balance changes in the future and will be a more consistent balance cadence. After 3 months, a relic's data will be assessed, and then the relic will be open to rebalance in any month following that. So do have caution on those particular things. There's also bugs under the situation of relics, which is on screen. I'm just going to put that into shot right now. In that, we have, if you're playing incursions with a partner that is using the same champions you are, their champion portrait will display the relic you have equipped on that champion. Okay, that's not too much of an issue. Activating a striker while Rintrah is rooted will cause him to stand immobile. That's okay, that's fun. The Unbind relic pop-up displays the current tier's Unbind cost instead of the next tier's cost under the Unbind button. Okay. When upgrading sockets, Smart Select is not auto-selecting embers even when the socket can be leveled up, and certain relic preview pop-ups are cut off when the relic is unowned, or when it's not owned. So there's still a few things, and that's not ridiculously bad, to be honest. I've definitely seen worse from Kabam on the situation. There's not any scrolling. That's good. Okay, so there's not huge amounts, and Kabam have obviously dealt with like a lot of these bugs. I think there's probably more that we just don't know about. They've dealt with them before they arrived in game. So yeah, lots of things to take into consideration at the launch point for this. And as we said, this is going to drop in the next couple of hours, because as I said, I want to get this out by 4 PM UK time. So that should be 8 AM PST that you're seeing this video. And yeah, when they launch, we'll have to see what the crack is with it. I want to do a video to go like, okay, well, they're live, and let's just have a quick look at things and stuff and try and pull my first ever relic, maybe. I don't know, and kind of like how I feel about socket them in different places and who am I doing the relics with. Bit of a tough one, because making decisions around relics is such a rare decision. It's kind of like ranking up your first ever 6-star champion. And you're like, okay, well, it's current meta, but at the same time, how much of a gain is this going to make to my roster? The same thing that I have to say to myself, okay, here's my account, right? I have a prestige of 15,077. Am I going to be rank 4ing, and not rank 4ing, I have rank 4'd my Dr. Doom. Am I going to be socketing a relic? Fingers crossed I get the relic that I need. Am I going to be socketing a 3-star relic that is going to be beneficial for Mystic champions like Dr. Doom in order to boost my prestige, the same way that it would be the same thing for Quicksilver, with one that benefits Science, with Apocalypse if it benefits Mutant, and as well what it would benefit King Groot. So that I will cover in a video later on, because this is it's a very serious decision, because then you're like, okay, well, you can kind of bind the relic from the champion and then put it to another champion if you feel like you've made a bad decision. But then that's the issue in itself of going like, right, well, is it worth it now because it's a lower rarity one? Can I wait? Am I going to be working a lot harder in Battlegrounds? Is Battlegrounds more of a grind? Am I waiting for things like Cyber Weekend or other events where I'm able to get more kind of relic shards and make like better decisions to future gain and benefit my roster and my top team for prestige? These are going to be key questions players have to ask themselves. A lot more questions than answers on these particular things. For me, I'm still very much on the fence when it comes to Battlegrounds, not Battlegrounds, relics, and they're kind of like the relevance and need and want within the game for this, especially with 7 stars right around the corner, and decisions again made about, okay, we've got now 2 massive chase rewards, which are still like they're like chase champions. If you're not chasing champions at different rarities throughout the entirety of the game, now you're chasing rarities of relics throughout the game. So it's like it just makes the game more grindier than it needs to be. But look, we'll see how they kind of like come into the game. I didn't want to make this a long video, so we're going to end off in a second with it. Yeah, relics. Love them or hate them, they're going to be coming into the game in the next couple of hours. One more video, I think, to cover the whole situation. I need to write a little bit of a structure for this. And then, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy old time dropping at 10 AM PST time. First ever relic going to be opening on the channel, I hope. I don't have enough for a 5-star. Definitely don't have enough for a... I have enough for a 4-star, I think. I don't really know. Because like, you're looking in game going like, if I check my amount of shards, like, do we actually know how many shards we have at the moment in game? That's another question. I'm kind of looking in game going, well, where are my shards? Do I know how many shards I've got? And then to a point of like, how many more do I actually need? these are going to be key questions I think a lot of us are going to have here, especially because they're not like popping up in the shard crystal section, and whatever the crystal tab section is, like, will there be a separate one for relics? We'll have all those questions answered in a moment, but that's been the video. I thank you very much for watching. Relics dropping very shortly. Check out some other content, which will be some fun crystal openings before we get a little bit serious a little bit later on. I look forward to the 24th of November for the Glory Store update, which should be cool. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.